Defense calls Mrs. Lillian McWhorter.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
State your name and spell your last.
Lillian McWhorter. M-C-W-H-O-R-T-E-R. And in the school yearbook, they named him the boy most likely to explode.
Well, that's a new one.
Well, I ought to explain.
Yes?
At the 4th of July picnic, you know cherry bombs, how you light them, throw them down on the ground, and they explode? Not Ray's. His always went off in the air.
Why was that?
Because he held on to his till the last possible second. Just when you thought he was going to blow his hand off. That's when he threw it away. That boy.
Then you'd say, as a boy, Ray liked to take chances.
Objection. That calls for a conclusion.
Sustained. Mrs. McWhorter, what else do you remember about Ray?
Well, one thing, he was as smart as a whip. He could pass any exam. But he used to sneak the answers from anyone sitting next to him. It was as if he was always testing to see how far he could go without getting caught or punished.
Or hurt?
Yes.
Thank you. Your witness.
Oh, Mrs. McWhorter, certainly in 30 years of teaching, you must have come across quite a few boys, normal, healthy boys who held on to firecrackers too long or tried to get away with things in class. Wouldn't you say that there'd have to be much more bizarre behavior than that to qualify as in any way abnormal?
You mean like the snake?
The snake?
Yes. All the other kids had dogs and rabbits. He had a pet snake.
Well, I seem to remember having a little pet garter snake myself.
This was a rattler. He kept it in a glass cage, and he used to tease it so it would strike
Thank you
at
very much, Mrs. McWhorter. You may step down. That'll be all.
Defense calls the wife of the deceased, Mrs. Ray Carson.
Raise your right hand. Solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Be seated, please. State your name and spell your last.
You were married how long, Mrs. Carson?
6 years.
Did you know about your husband and Chris Galvin?
Yes.
Was he aware that you knew?
We didn't talk about it.
Did you think it was serious?
No.
Why?
They never were.
Then your husband had other involvements. How many? 2? 3? More?
More.
Did you find it difficult to live with him, knowing that?
When you're married to a man like Ray, you don't let it bother you.
You say a man like Ray. What do you mean by that?
I object. Counsel is leading the witness into discrediting her own husband.
And I object to Mr. Cagle's objection. He's using it to coach the witness into a position he wants her to take.
The witness can take any position
Come
she
on,
wants, Your
Vincent,
Honor.
that's a pretty
This
dirty
whole line of
trick.
questioning is
Your
irrelevant,
Honor.
Your Honor.
The deceased patterns of behavior have a direct bearing on the issues involved.
All right. I'll allow it subject to motion to strike if it appears to be irrelevant. The witness will answer the question.
I know that talking about any of this isn't easy. But you were married to a man for 6 years. No one knows him better than you. I assure you it's no disloyalty to him if you answer my question. You said a man like Ray. What does that mean?
He had to keep proving things.
Proving things. You mean his bravery? His virility? His manhood?
I used to think it was to everybody else. But it was to himself. Like most men.
Wouldn't you say more than most men? Wasn't your husband's whole life, his job, even his sexual performance, more and more linked to the excitement of risk, of danger, so that higher buildings, faster cars, the daughter of an